Recently, we've been hearing so much about celery in the media. We're hearing these health benefits ranging anywhere from better heart health, digestion, and hydration. So I decided to do a little bit of research. And you know what's amazing? All of this checks out. There are some amazing properties in celery that are so good for you. So then the next question was, where can we find the best celery in the US? And that landed us right here in Salinas, California, where we're getting the chance to meet with Sammy Duda, the president of Duda Farm Fresh Foods. We're gonna find out what makes their celery different and why they've been the celery kings for over 6 generations. Let's go find out what's going on in this bad boy. Sammy, thank you so much for having us out here today. You know, I did a little bit of research because I wanted to find out. We hear all these health benefits of celery, but still people aren't eating it. What have you guys done to make it a little bit different?
Well, the two things you hear that people don't like celery, A, it's bitter, which it can be, or it's too stringy, so I end up with dental floss. And so what we've done, knowing those things, is we tried to, and we have, bred sweetness or mildness, sweetness into celery. We've also arranged the vascular bundles, which is that dental floss, to be deeper into the celery, so when you bite it, it's crunchier and it breaks, so you're less apt to have that stringiness. But the sweetness is the real key. If you've had bad celery before, and I have, it is, as the Brits would say, it tastes like petrol. No one wants that. So to get that completely out of the system is what we've bred into our varieties.
So I didn't know that there were different parts of the celery that taste different than others, is that right?
Yeah, there actually is. I mean, so for example, so when we talk about a stalk of celery, which is typically what you would see in the grocery store, and typically the sugars come from the butts and they work their way up to what we call the node right here, you know, as the chlorophyll and the whole plant grows. But typically the sugars will concentrate just below the node. And so in this top half or top third of the stalk or the petiole itself is typically the sweetest. That doesn't mean the whole stem is not sweet. It just the sugars tend to concentrate at the higher end. So it's milder towards the bottom, sweeter towards the top below the node.
Hearing so much about the celery, I think it's time that we actually go and sample some. Are you ready for a snack?
I'm ready.
All right, let's go.
All right.
Well, this looks beautiful. I would definitely eat lunch here every day if I were you.
This is beautiful.
So what do we got?
Here at Duda, we wanted to be able to highlight some of the different ways you can use celery. I mean, obviously you can snack on it, it's an ingredient in cooking, but there's a lot of other things that you can use it in, and we've got some of them here that shows different ways that you can use celery in place of perhaps other items.
I love that. Looking at this, we've got a charcuterie board, but I love that instead of doing that kind of classic bruschetta, we've got celery instead, and we've got celery with some goat cheese, looks like peanut butter, hummus, salsa. These look like tacos, and it's great too because celery, it lasts longer than a lot of those other crunchy vegetables.
Yeah. You know, again, I like all the vegetables, right? Lettuce, romaine, the others, spinach. But celery it's a little more durable. It lasts a little bit longer. And so rather than waiting for something to wilt in your refrigerator, celery is one of those items that can last longer. And obviously there's a lot of different ways you can use it to mix it up in your daily lifestyle and meals.
Well, Sammy, thank you so much for having us out here today. I think it's time to dig into this. Cheers, and thank you so much.
Glad to have you.
Well, if you've enjoyed seeing some of these different products today, then stay tuned for this next brand because they're showing us other ways to make your life easier and more efficient when it comes to feeling your best. To learn more about Dandy Brand celery grown by Duda Farm Fresh, go to dudafresh.com.